Hi writers and readers, I'm Christy Stratus, and today I wanted to talk to you about taking the tough path with your characters. And what I mean by that is picking the hardest path for them to go down and sticking with it. I know this is a tough point for some writers. Sometimes you can look at that tough path and say, but I have no idea how to get out of it, so how can I possibly write it? Well, that's the point. And that's how I write my books, actually. I was just asked this question in the Indie Authors Roundtable interview, and so I'm going to leave that link down below on this post. And my answer was that I basically I make my books unpredictable by taking my characters down roads that are so hard for them. And I do that in every short story, every novel that I write. I choose whatever path is the hardest. Sometimes I get stuck on it for a little while because I'm not sure what direction is really best to take it. And there are some possibilities that could end the book right there, or end the short story right there, and I'm not ready to end it yet. But the thing is, if we sort of explore these paths, sometimes we can find a brand new path forward that can be so worth it because it's going to be unpredictable and because our characters are now dealing with a situation that seems impossible. So I've done this in Anatomy of a Darkened Heart. There is a part where Abigail comes home and she has a book with her. It's a gift, and this is not a spoiler. So it's a gift, and she doesn't want her mother to see it because her mother's just going to throw it away or say something horrible or do something horrible to her. And so she decides that she's going to try to hide this book. And on her way up the stairs, her mother comes out of her bedroom and she's confronted. And this was a situation that I actually had no idea what to do with. I didn't know how to finish it and really struggled with it. I actually had to leave it for a few days while I really thought about it. And I tried writing a couple of things, they just weren't working for me. You know, you get that feeling, this is the wrong direction, no, I can't do it. And so I ended up having to then go back and try to rewrite, and I had to take a break and then come back and try to rewrite again. And eventually I was able to come up with something that made sense. But I had to take her in that direction to get in a place that was so hard. And where she goes from there is actually a place I didn't see coming. It's a place that plays very well into the book as a whole, and that was really important too because it achieved sort of a clinching of all the subplots and storylines and character development. It all came together in that moment. And so because I took her down that difficult path, I never would have come up with this otherwise. And so I've done that multiple times in both my books, in my short stories even. I've done that, you know, even if they're just like 1,000 words, sometimes you just got to take your characters down that difficult path. Let them sit there for a little while until they're ready to talk to you. And if they aren't ready to talk to you, start leading them down a path on your own and see what they say. You know, they may just be like, nope, and not give you anything, you know, to really write after that. Or you'll be surprised and they will take you down a path that will end up being really great. But you do have to sort of let that sit in your brain for a while. You may not come up with it right away. And don't be surprised if it takes you a few days. Write around it, write other stuff. It's totally fine. But that is how I end up bringing my characters into such difficult situations that become unpredictable and seem impossible to get out of. I hope that writing tip helps you, and thank you so much for spending time with me.